Yeah, it's been fun. We've enjoyed not just seeing the animals, but the people who are working with the animals. You get a look inside how they spend their days.
Yes.
And we forget sometimes in Louisville we're on an island when it comes to the entire agricultural part of the state. We don't see it as often as we'd like. So that's why it's so fascinating to be out here this morning.
Yeah, it's been nice to talk to a few people too that say, hey, we wake up with you guys every morning from all over our region. It's really cool. I just love that experience.
So we've got this anticipation, although we're seeing all this right now. The gates are not open. That's going to happen in a matter of hours, and that will be when the Kentucky State Fair is officially open to everybody.
Yeah, and those officials are telling us that things are going to look a lot different here this year. Spokesperson Ian Cox with the Kentucky State Fair says that they've added events like the beer and Latin music festivals. The Kentucky Expo Center is also going to look slightly different than years prior. Crews spent the day Wednesday putting up some new signs and new fixtures, but don't worry, you're still going to see some of your favorites. Vendor Thomas Hudson has been part of the fair for the last 60 years.
Try to do the same setup and every year, and we like for our customers to come back and recognize us and recognize our cups, and it becomes a tradition. You know, it's just like the fair is. Family after family after family, year after year after year, you know, come out to the fair, and we see a lot of the same customers every year, which really makes us feel good.
You're going to have 10 days to soak up all the fun. The fair runs until Sunday, August 27th.
So as you'd imagine, tickets are available for this online. They're $10, and that includes parking. That really is going to be your best deal because you can, of course, buy tickets at the gate for that same $10 price, but then you will need to pay for parking separately. Parents, we've got a reminder specifically for you. There is a minor attendance policy in effect for the fair. Chaperones have been required, as you'll remember, since 2019, but an incident last year prompted some changes. So now anyone under the age of 18 must be accompanied by an adult 21 or older. Fair staffers will check your ID at the gate. Now, if a child is found misbehaving, they'll check IDs again. If no adult can be found, the kid will be taken to the Lost Children's Center.
And the Kentucky State Fair stepping up with a special discount for JCPS families following their short time at school because of the transportation disaster. So, for today only, each parent or guardian can get up to 2 JCPS students in for free. Adults must pay for their own admission. This deal only lasts from the time the gates open at 10 until 2 p.m. today. The Thrillville, so that's like all the fun rides that are set up outside, is also offering buy one, get one all day ride wristbands for JCPS families. That part of the fair gets going at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. So Jim, just to give you a quick lay of the land, we're in the south wing here. We're just off of the milking parlor in what I've named the bovine boudoir. So we've got all of these show animals right behind us, mostly cows today. Female cows, as we now know to be true. Heifers. Again, Jim, this is the only time we can use the word heifer and not be slapped in the face.
It's a great day for you, Eric, isn't it? Just being
It's
able
a great day.
expand your vocabulary in more ways than one. You guys are having a great day out there. We'll be back to see more of the State Fair here in just a couple of minutes, but first we want to get to some local news. Now, we know that JCPS bus drivers are telling us that they are not optimistic when it comes to the return to school. JCPS is planning a phased reopening where elementary and middle school students will head back to class tomorrow, high schoolers returning on Monday. Bus drivers tell us that they think that Friday will be passable. However, come Monday, they say the same problems for the first day of school will probably creep back in.
And I thought, if I'm not mistaken, on part of the new changes, it was said that they were going to be shortening the lengths of our routes, and they're not. They're just adding and adding and adding and adding. So more stops equals more time, longer to get that route finished to get to our next school.
Superintendent Dr. Marty Polio said Monday that they are trying to make short-term changes like having shoulder buddies to help the drivers with GPS and also adding vans that can take students who are late on transfers. But he did emphasize that these are mainly temporary fixes. The company JCPS used to create the bus route system, Alpha Route, released a statement. It apologized to JCPS families and explained how it's working to solve the transportation problem, saying in part, quote, that service is greatly improved when schools reopen. Now, it goes on to say it will keep working with the district until these issues are fixed. Alpha Route also said that it never used AI to create the bus routes or stops. It attributed problems to not accounting for a proper amount of stop time. New this morning, the coroner's office has released the name of a man killed Tuesday night in a hit and run. According to police, someone driving down Bardstown Road spotted 67-year-old David Greg Schoen down in the center median. It happened around 11:30 near the intersection of Meadow Drive. When police arrived, they determined that Schoen had been hit by a car and died at the scene. That car did not stop to render aid. LMPD says that they are still investigating. And Metro Police are also looking into a quadruple shooting in the Russell neighborhood. Police say it happened on 18th and Ali just before 4 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. There, officers say they found a woman and 3 men who had all been shot. Police believe it stemmed from a fight. All 4 were taken to the hospital and they are expected to survive. LMPD has no suspects right now, but if you know anything, you're urged to call 574 LMPD.